What is packing with you, YouTube? KHTV back with another video. A day after a devastating loss to the San Francisco 49ers. Congratulations to all of the conference teams that made it today. The Los Angeles Rams beating the Buccaneers. The Kansas City Chiefs beating the Buffalo Bills. And of course, the 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Shout out to y'all and good luck. I would like to give Matt Stafford some respect. I'm gonna give Matt Stafford some respect. He finally is at the pinnacle part of his career where he can make dreams come true, man. He said he wanted to play in the biggest games against the best teams in the NFL, and here you have it. He defeated Brady, and now he faces the San Francisco 49ers in LA at home, and it should be a good game. But let's get into this. Aaron Rodgers news. Where does he go from here? Will he be back with the Green Bay Packers? Now, the Packers are in a little bit of cap trouble. I think we $40+ million over the cap. So we're going to have to rework some contracts, and some people not going to be back to play on this team. Despite everything that happened in the game with special teams, here we go with another excuse from Matt LaFleur saying, I didn't have these guys prepared. Again, Matt LaFleur, in a win or go home game in the playoffs, you come with the same excuse again. I did not have these guys prepared. Now, people say, who's to blame for why the Packers, didn't succeed? First of all, you're talking about Kyle Shanahan and Matt LaFleur. These guys know each other's playbook. That's why it was so difficult for both teams to score a touchdown. I mean, we scored a touchdown, offensive touchdown, and they scored a special teams touchdown. I mean, defensive special teams touchdown, whatever you want to call it. They scored a touchdown as well, but it wasn't an offensive touchdown. So that's one of the main reasons why the Green Bay Packers couldn't get anything going, is because both coaches run damn near the identical playbook. You know what I'm saying? They run the same plays. And the best way to beat a team is to make sure that your personnel is better than their personnel, on the opposite side of the football. So another reason why we didn't win this game, besides Matt LaFleur saying that he wasn't prepared and running the same damn offense as Kyle Shanahan, it's Aaron Rodgers. He didn't play his best game. He missed a lot of wide open people, man. Forcing the ball to Devontae Adams. Aaron Jones couldn't get, in rhythm. We didn't have Bakhtiari. We brought some guys back, and maybe they weren't up to speed with the Florida offense. And maybe that's where Matt LaFleur says he didn't have these guys prepared. A lot of questions will have to be answered in the offseason with Aaron Rodgers and the powers in the suits upstairs. But not only that, how much are we going to lose from the coaching staff? Who's going to be a head coach, or who's willing to go somewhere else and coach another team? You know what I'm saying? Coaching interviews have been going on, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Nathaniel Hackett. He's been one of the names that have been popping up in coaching for coaching hires, and it's going to be real interesting to see, you know, what this team is going to look like next year, either with or without Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers says he doesn't want to rebuild, and I think it would be pretty stupid for the Packers to start thinking about a rebuild when you got a lot of young players that you have drafted that are entering into their prime years now. You know, and why not have or bring back the two-time league MVP, and try to just reload, bring in some more depth. Draft. Make make pick players in the draft where you need them the most, man. Don't go out here trying to swing for the fence and drafting another fucking quarterback. And we already know Devontae Adams is going to be franchise tag. So, it would be in the best interest to me, in my opinion, that the Packers do try to retain Aaron Rodgers for at least 2 more years. Give him a 2-for-1 deal. You know what I'm saying? If it don't work out this next season, then he could bounce. You know what I mean? Try to go on one more run, or possibly 2 more year run, and try to see if you could try to get a Super Bowl. But we got to sit back and wait for Aaron to collect his thoughts. And it was all fun and games, jumping on the Pat McAfee show every fucking Tuesday, shooting the shit with the guys, joking around in the book club and all that horse shit. But then when it comes to losing to the 49ers 4 fucking times, 0-4 against the 49ers in playoffs, which is sticking to this narrative and storyline of Aaron Rodgers, his childhood team, and he just can't seem to overcome that team. He could beat them in a regular season and when they're not at full strength, but when it comes to playing this team in the playoffs, I don't know what kind of quarterback he turns into, man. He don't turn into the bad man. So, interesting to see if he's going to be still going on a Pat McAfee show on Tuesday. Now all of a sudden, now that we lost to the 49ers, I'm going to take some time, and sit back and try to process all of this. Now you're thinking about going back into retirement after when we win in football games. You come out and you say, man, I just love playing football. I just love playing football. Before then, I was contemplating retirement. I didn't know what to do. This is bullshit. Bullshit from one of the biggest bullshitters in NFL right now, Aaron Rodgers. I'm sick of this storyline, man. I'm really tired of this storyline with Aaron Rodgers. I got tired of it with Brett Favre. He throwing for all these yards and touchdowns all season long, and then as soon as we get to the playoffs with Brett Favre, he throwing interceptions. If it's not one thing, it's another with this team, man, when it comes to playing playoff football. Stuck in this mediocrity that we call the NFC North, with 3 other lousy-ass teams that can't seem to get out of their own way and put together a football team that can win games. Now look at the Lions. Now look at the Vikings and the goddamn Chicago Bears. Taking a step back another 3 years. Another 3-year step back for the Chicago Bears and the Vikings. I don't even include the Lions in that because they are a step back. That's what we call them, the step back Lions. They never stepping up. They always gonna step back. They're gonna be who they are. Nothings. That's what the Lions are. A bunch of nothings. So it's gonna be curious to see how this whole Aaron Rodgers storyline pans out. Like I told y'all before, it's only three possibilities of how this is gonna work out. Either Aaron would have retired and said, I'm not coming back at the beginning of the season, which he didn't. He came back. Two, throughout the season, they work out their differences and come to some sort of common ground. And then three, he plays out this season and then he goes either retire or go to another team. Now, you got a lot of people saying that he might go to the Steelers. You got some people saying he might go to the Miami Dolphins because they're going to have $100 million in cap space. You got some people saying he's going to go to the Raiders. I don't think they're going to. They good with Derek Carr, even though Derek Carr contract is up and they going to try to renegotiate something. But, you know, we got all these scenarios swirling around Aaron Rodgers again during the offseason where he's going to be the biggest name in sports news. Once again, the spotlight is going to be on him. And we get to sit here through this shit show that Aaron Rodgers has been giving us. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Packer fans. He always gives us a shit show in the playoffs. But the scenario with him and this whole NFC West thing, and it's just the only team we owned in the playoffs in the NFC West. I can't even tell you if we own. I guess the 49ers and the Cardinals own us, man. You know, the Seattle Seahawks has quite a big chunk out of our ass in the past. And I mean, the only team we probably own in the playoffs is probably the Rams. But, you know, the NFC West, it just seems like that's our Achilles heel anytime we head into the playoffs and we got to play an NFC West team. And the Packers match up against them. It's just, you know, a nail-biting game. And you just can hope nothing goes wrong. You always want to keep your mind on a positive end note of those games. And it just hasn't panned out in the last, 10, 11 years with Aaron Rodgers. Like I said, man, try to bring the guy back for at least maybe a year or two. If not, cut your losses and then just go into a rebuild. Let Preston Smith go. Let Zadarius Smith go. You got some other contracts, some secondary guys in the secondary that need to be let go. And then you try to work with what you got with your young up and coming players, man. And we just have to, go through the struggle again of, this team going through another learning process of trying to be a Super Bowl winning team. If not, you want to roll with Aaron Rodgers, your 2-time MVP, then you try to make something happen and you try to, work things out, have great communication between both parties to try to see if y'all could get this thing going again. If not, then part ways. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers will always be a Green Bay Packer, and the fans will always be Green Bay Packer fans. But I'm curious. One thing I'm real curious about is how Matt LaFleur is going to handle this once the smoke is settled, if Aaron Rodgers is with us and if Aaron Rodgers is not. I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be speaking with Gutekunst, trying to make sure that Aaron Rodgers can come back and be the leader for this team. But, yeah, there will be some changes, and we just have to sit back and see what happens. I'm out.